Hey, everybody. This is Carlos and Sandy Lee, and you're listening to the Off Your Flosser podcast. We're here to rock your world.
Thanks for listening, everybody. And go floss yourselves.
Thanks, everybody. Now go floss yourself. Hey, guys. Episode 16 coming at ya. We got Carlos and Sandy Lee. So what's up now?
Same as it was like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. So let's recap Battleship. Oh, what? What do you feel? Tell me.
I feel like it's been a minute since we've recorded.
It's been, literally not a minute. Like, you mean that it's been a long time.
Yeah, no, like I know it's only been about a week, but it feels like like forever.
I agree. I agree.
Whose turn is it?
I'm not sure, but real quick, I wanted to talk about. I learned something, and people were laughing at me about it. So we had a Mardi Gras party, fundraiser for work, and at the table they were talking about, man, you're so extra, and I was like, dude, I just learned what that meant, so I can like talk with you, and he cracked up so bad because I knew what extra meant. Like,
who was saying that?
Oh, it was just somebody sitting at our table. They were just, just talking and
a younger person.
Yeah. So I was like, "Hey, I finally I know what you mean." And I think it's partly because Elijah used that. You guys are so extra. That was my Elijah voice, but.
So you had never heard it till then?
I don't think so. Okay, so maybe I read about it somewhere, but I'd never heard it like in context.
In use.
So, right,
Sure.
because I'm like Little Miss Whitey up in the boonies, like very, I don't know, ethnically challenged or something. I don't know.
Slang, yeah. I guess.
Right. Yeah. So I'm not up on all that lingo.
Yeah, and it changes like every about 13 weeks. It's a different set
I'm sure it does.
So extra. I try to keep my finger on the pulse of what's hip and happening.
That's good.
In the world.
That's good. I'm sure in the comedy world you need to.
And my son's friends laugh at me because I try to be, I try to be 20 and they're like, yeah, you're totally not 20.
Yeah,
dude.
you're not.
You know what I mean?
You're not cutting it, huh?
The fact that I'm trying and I'll mess it up on purpose sometimes just to make them laugh. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
because it's funny.
Yeah, they're like, this guy's crazy. What is he?
You
what is
old
he talking
people.
About? Old people, 50-year-old.
Anyway.
Go sit down somewhere.
Yeah. So extra, and then we were talking about On Fleek and how. Now I knew that one.
Never been a fan of the Fleek.
Yeah, I've never used this stuff. Like, I am the opposite of somebody who would use these because, like, I was an English major. I don't even text shorthand. Like, see you later, like, see you, and then later. I don't do
letters,
that.
yeah.
I type it out.
Okay.
SEEYOULATER.
Gotcha.
I'm just weird like that. Sorry. So, yeah,
Take the effort
but...
and spell words out.
Right.
Let me ask you this. Do you think, and I'm not trying to be funny, even though it might be funny, do you think that's going to breed some illiteracy, like extra illiteracy into people that use abbreviations because they're not going to know what the regular word is going to be? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But here's the thing. Like, they don't teach text style in school, so they're learning the proper way. They just probably don't use it on the regular.
I don't know, man. Remember when the hashtag symbol was pound?
Well,
remember that?
What's this pound me too? That doesn't sound right.
Hashtag pound me too. That doesn't sound right all the way around. That sounds horrible.
Oh, yeah. So, like, and kids are like, okay, they'll call, maybe it's their first bill, and they call the bill collector or whatever, and they're like, enter your date of birth and then pound, and it's like and then they're like pound like fist bump like
LB, like what are they talking about?
Like I'm 400 pounds, like I don't, like, what do I do here? You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting in about 20 years.
Anyway, yeah, I got sidetracked a little bit, but I'm trying to think. Did we leave off? I sunk your sub,
Yeah.
and you had 2 hits on my sub
I
on
think,
Battleship.
yeah, I think I shot last, and it was your
So then it would be
turn.
my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's just get this going then. I'm gonna grab a white one because
You're probably
I
gonna
have really
miss.
bad luck. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with B2.
Way off.
Damn it. You're not supposed to give me hints though, but I mean apparently I need them. I suck.
Well, be off. Way off is a strong word, but you just that was a big kerplunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, I got one for you.
I didn't even get splashed. Like you didn't even get splashed from the bomb in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Got a red one ready. Yeah.
I'm taking something out here. You ready? I'm going to
I
G8.
know.
You knew where I was
Yeah.
going.
You sunk my submarine.
Dude,
Yeah.
killing you, bro.
You're kicking my butt here.
You know?
So did you watch the Super Bowl, Mr. Atlanta?
Yeah, unfortunately I did. And I couldn't finish it, I'll be honest with you. I left maybe I like 3 minutes, 4 minutes from the end, which that last 4 minutes takes like 30 minutes to play, you know?
Exactly.
I just couldn't take it anymore. I was just disappointed and bored out of my mind. And the halftime show didn't help.
Yeah. Okay, so I watched Super Bowl. I like football. I know a touchback and all them big football things. Like I understand the game to a certain extent, and I enjoy it. Like I love watching sports. Sometimes on TV is better than live because you get to see all the action. Like football, I need to watch it on TV because it's hard to follow on the field.
Yeah.
But so I
UFC's
enjoy the
same
game.
way.
Yeah, I can agree with that. So like I like the game. I like watching the game. This was boring.
Horrible, dude.
Sorry, the score was 3-0 up until the third quarter. What are you guys doing? Like earn your keep here, man.
All I'm saying is, if you make it to the Super Bowl, why wouldn't you just run till you can't breathe? You know what I mean? You go all out because this is it. We may not get here again for a year or 10. Let's try to go out every play. You Rudy that shit and you go hard every play. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
That's all I'm saying. You remember
the
Rudy,
commercials
right?
too. Oh yeah, Rudy. Yes.
Oh, dude, one of the best. I love
movie.
those sports movies, come from behind type of thing. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we can get sidetracked on that. The commercials
too.
Nothing really stood
even
out.
Remember. I don't remember any of them.
I saw
I'm sitting
one.
here going, what did we?
The one I remember was, I don't know what they were selling, but it was a bunch of football stars dressed up.
Oh, I did. Yeah,
playing
that was
around.
funny.
And I don't know
funny.
what the product was. I can't remember what it was.
I think it was just the football.
It could have been.
They were
It
just
totally
like,
could have been.
Hey, watch football. This is funny or something.
Yeah, we got a bunch of the greats in one room, you know?
But last year or years past, they had the Budweiser frogs and then the Clydesdale. Like they had a Clydesdale commercial, but I don't remember it. Like they did have the Bud Light commercials where the Bud Light Knight was getting his ass beat by somebody or something, and the dragon came along. I mean, those were kind of entertaining, but
the one where they're going with a barrel of corn syrup to the different kingdoms?
That was dumb.
What was that?
But there was another. They're trying to prove that, like, tell everybody, we don't put corn syrup in our beer.
Just say that. And drink.
But would you remember it without the rolling of this giant barrel?
Here's a better commercial, right? You got two overweight dudes, right, in tank tops, summertime, backyard chairs, and a grill going in the thing.
Got it.
They each have a what is it, Bud Light, right?
Bud Light, yeah.
They go, dude, I'm on a low carb diet, or just something like that. Like I'm on a sugar. Well, good for drinking this because this doesn't have any corn syrup. Boom, and they chug it, and then they high five or whatever, and that would be it. That would be, because the funny thing is that they're sitting there around drinking beer, talking about low sugar,
right?
But just to get the point across, we don't put sugar in our beer, so this is probably safe for us to drink,
right?
Which is ridiculous. but it's funnier than carrying around a 6 million gallon barrel of corn syrup all over
Yeah.
some mythical kingdom.
Right.
It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I wasn't a fan of any of them.
we're going to continue this conversation later on, but we're about to get
Yes.
a special guest on the line. And who might that be, Miss Sandy Lee?
That'd be Ian Miller. Oh, you don't know who Ian Miller is? Well,
What?
he so back in the day, episode 13, when we did our brushes battle of the brushes, we used Plaque HD toothpaste to do that. So
Yes.
it's a disclosing toothpaste. It's an
Right.
excellent tool for braces, teenagers, people that just don't brush well. It's going to
Perio.
show you what you're missing.
Whatever.
Perio. Yes,
You know?
all those. But Ian is the guy.
And they
The
also
Plaque
have a bunch of
HD
other
guy.
products, and we're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put them on the hot seat. So guys, stay tuned. We're gonna get them on the phone, and we'll be right back.
Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the secret guest that we have, it's not really a secret guest, the special guest that we have this evening for your listening pleasure is the one and only Mr. Ian Miller from Plaque HD.
Yay!
Ian Miller, yes. Yes.
See how easy clapping can be?
How are you tonight, sir?
I am amazing. How are you guys?
We're good. Thanks for joining us. We had some technical difficulties.
That
I think
seems
that's-
our MO, but we'll get there.
We're starting off during the interviews. We're trying to call it TMI, 20-minute interviews. So we try to keep them short, fast,
As opposed
and,
to too much information.
Right.
right.
Yeah.
It's a little double entendre. That
Oh, fancy.
yeah. So we had a couple questions for
Your
you. I think
French is awesome.
It's amazing.
It's a love language, and I specialize in chopping
Hey,
things up where it's
Mais oui,
incomprehensible.
Carlos, mais oui.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that kind of show, Carlos.
No. It's yeah. I can't. I don't do French. I don't know at all. But Sandy has done a little bit of research into some of your products there. And do you have any questions, Sandy?
As long as it wasn't research into me, that's fine.
You know.
No. That's what I did. I did a little Facebook stalking. Like so I have one little area where I saw like all the different products. But here's the thing. So first of all, what's the company called? Because I know Plaque HD is the toothpaste, but is that the company name too?
No, the company is TJA Health.
TJA Health.
did
And
not
then
know that.
what other products do you have? Because I saw there were a few on there. But if you just want to give us a quick rundown, that would be awesome.
So we have two major brands. We have Plaque HD, which is our toothpaste, mouth rinse, probiotic. As well, we have our aligner, retainer, cleaner, which is Steriliner. And we have another product which is called Sтерibrush. And I'll go into all those with you a little bit later. But it's basically the Steriliner and Plaque HD are our two major brands.
Yeah. So, I remember looking on your Facebook page, stalking you, and we did see that.
That was you.
So, yeah. Did I accidentally like something? Like, it's all fun and games stalking people until you like something. You're like, oh, crap. But
it's just when the stalker becomes the stalkee, that's when you got to worry.
Oh, yeah. So I better watch out, too, huh? But so... so that's awesome. I had a great experience with the Plaque HD toothpaste. So I am not a fan of flavored toothpaste besides like mint. Like I like my mouth to taste to be fresh and clean. But this one was, what's the flavor of the blue one?
Well, we have two flavors. We have fresh mint, which is a spearmint flavor, and we have our berry bubblegum, which kind of tastes like the old pink bubblegum that you used to get in baseball cards.
Yeah, so that
Delicious.
is the one that we had was the berry bubblegum. And I'm telling you, I loved it. I loved the flavor, and it kind of changed my ideas about toothpaste just a little.
I got the mint. I didn't get the bubble gum. What are you talking about?
Snap, Carlos.
You got the bubble gum?
Heck yeah, I did.
What?
It was.
And so
it was
usually we
nice.
try and get the bubble gum to the older guys,
Yeah.
because they're kind of like kids at heart, and they like the bubble gum.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
we got
pretty
mixed up,
accurate.
Carlos.
It's pretty accurate, you know.
The other thing that I liked about it is that it's plant based, like the dye.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing about the dye was that it didn't stain anything that it wasn't supposed to,
No,
which
well,
I was worried about. So that was
exactly.
I
amazing.
told you it's good stuff.
You know, when we created Plaque HD, it was the concept came up about 8 years ago, 9 years ago.
Wow.
And one of the things that we wanted to do is make sure that we had a product that was going to be easy to use, safe to use, something that wouldn't stain like all the other disclosing products in the world.
Yes.
And at the same time, we wanted to make sure that we weren't using red dye, which, you know, is known for all the carcinogenic properties and allergens.
Right.
And a lot of parents
Yes.
just don't want to use red dye at all.
Right.
So we decided to go completely away from that. So we created Plaque HD, which is a regular fluoride toothpaste that has 0.24% sodium fluoride. And we wanted to have a plant-based and gluten-free disclosing agent built right into it so the parents or the patients can actually use the product, not worry about the staining, have a great tasting product,
Right.
and at the same time be able to see all the plaque in their mouth all the time.
So what I found was
simple and, you know, it's a smart
that
idea.
I am an amazing brusher. I mean,
I would hope so.
You better be.
I know, right? Because I noticed that after I would brush a little bit, and then I would spit most of the stuff out, and then in my embrasure spaces, like I could see just a little twinge of blue, and I was like, heck yeah, that's why I'm a hygienist. Yes.
It's that little twinge of blue that you want to make sure you get off every time.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
And I hope you were using it properly, because one of the call it mistakes, that the rookie mistake that some people do is that they have the old notion of how to brush, which is basically put the brush under water, put the toothpaste on, and start brushing. And with Plaque HD, because it is water soluble and it's not going to stain your soft tissue, you don't want to over dilute it. So the whole idea is to use a dry brush properly, however you recommend your patients to brush, and then just spit out the excess without rinsing. And then you really get to see if you've left any plaque in your teeth.
Yeah, so I don't know about Carlos, but I don't read directions. But it worked. It worked because I tried it different ways. Like I was like, man, it's not staining anything. Either I'm just amazing, or you know, I'm using it incorrectly. And then when I switched it up a little bit and figured out, I guess, the proper way to do it, I was like, oh, okay, there's some blue. So read the instructions, people.
Absolutely.
So your other product, it's for the aligners, I guess, for like Smile Direct or Invisalign, that sort of thing. Is that to keep them nice and fresh and clean, I guess?
Exactly. I mean, you know, one of the biggest problems that most offices who dispense any kind of appliance has is that their patients are constantly saying, how do I keep this damn thing clean?
Because they nasty.
Very nasty.
Nasty.
They smell, they taste bad, they get sticky after a while, and it's like, I don't want
gross.
to put this into my face at all. So the office, the doctor, Dr. Sam DeHare, who came up with this product, it was basically, he's actually one of the largest Invisalign office in the world. He's consistently in the top 5 offices. And his patients would constantly come to him and say, no matter what I try, any commercial product, any home remedy, I just cannot get it clean. It may work for a couple of days, and then it stops working. And the reason is that what most of those commercial cleaners and home remedies do, they cause microscopic dimpling in the plastic or acrylic. And that's where the bacteria finds its way in. It stays there, and it just doesn't come out. With sterile, isn't it? Yeah, I know you're just getting like so
bacteria
hungry right now. And
crannies.
So what that does is basically it creates that smell, bad taste, and discoloration that everyone has. A sterile liner won't do that. It's going to clean it, make it crystal clear in just a 3-minute soak. It's going to get rid of 99.9% of all the bacteria, yeast, and mold. Doesn't that sound good? Bacteria, yeast, and mold that's found in your oral cavity and thus in the aligner. And make it crystal clear like it was brand new.
That's awesome.
As a bonus, it tastes amazing.
What's the flavor there?
It's got a gentle minty flavor.
Okay.
when you
Yeah.
all of our products, one of the things that any product that we create, it's really important for us that it tastes amazing, because if
Yes.
your patient has a product that they don't love the flavor, they're going to stop using it after a short while.
Oh yeah.
If
I
they
don't doubt
love
it.
it, they
Mm.
will use it.
Now
So,
let me. I'm
oh, go
sorry.
ahead, Carlos.
No, you could put partials and athletic bike guards and just regular bike. Can you use that for the same?
Oh, absolutely. It was specifically created so that it would work on all removable appliances. It works
Nice.
plastic, acrylic, any resin. It's going to work on solder points. It's going to work with, it's not going to be corrosive at all.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can use it, although it's meant to be used in just 3 minutes, and it will remove the calculus, by the way. It's an amazing product. It'll actually dissolve the calculus. If you have not,
Sweet.
cleaned it for a while, it will do that. And if you leave it in there accidentally overnight, you don't need to worry.
It's not gonna
Okay.
melt.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's just 3 minutes, but if you leave it any longer, you don't need to worry at all.
That's awesome. So, what is your background? Like, how did you get into the dental world?
Oh God, this crazy story. I have owned several companies, none of which had anything to do with dental or health.
Hmm.
And I had been in worldwide distribution and B2B sales and all kinds of different things. And when the owner of Plaque HD had approached me, this goes back about 4 years ago, and said, he knew that I just could not stand I was in apparel and could not stand it anymore. And he said, I've got this awesome product. It's in its fledgling, existence, and I could really use your help. It just became a very natural thing for us to get together. I had known him for many, many years, and it's just taken off like crazy since then. So my background had nothing to do with this, but I very quickly learned. I went to all kinds of hygienists and dentists, and learned as much as I
Yes.
could in a short period of time. But the truth is, the product sells itself.
Yeah.
It's as soon as you realize what the products do and how easily they work, it's a no-brainer for any office, because everyone knows their patients need the products.
Right. So, you probably also learned very quickly that people in the dental field are just a little off.
Well, a little.
We're just,
They were a
right.
little, and
Just a
then I met
touch.
Carlos, and then realized
Right.
how much off they were.
Oh, and Carlos said that you did, you got a little comedy action
I did
going
well,
on.
yeah. I did for when I was in, I guess back in the early '80s, late '70s. That kind of dates me a little bit, but yes, I did stand-up comedy for about 4 or 5 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it
So,
was crazy. I mean,
that's a
something
bonding moment that we
it
had. Thank.
it was crazy. I
yeah.
mean, it was a really wild, and we did some really crazy things. I had a partner in crime, call it, and we did some
Oh,
just
Lord.
wild things on stage that I just don't even want to repeat here.
So,
There
if
you
the
go.
FBI found out, you'd probably be behind bars.
Who says I haven't?
Yeah. Well,
You're supposed to
you
say,
never
I
know.
plead the fifth. No comment.
I'm Canadian. There is no fifth.
Yeah. I remember the first time we met. I'm like, man, this guy dresses sharp, fancy
Oh.
jackets. So I took a page out of his book. I bought me a couple nice jackets, but when I go, what's the deal? You dress real sharp, and he's like, well, I used to be in apparel, so. And he's just popping collars, yeah. So the guy looks like
Yeah.
$1 million too, and he's got a fantastic line of products there. So
Yeah.
what's new on the
That's awesome.
horizon, Ian? Where are you going to be next?
Next show, well, I'm going to be at, although we're not exhibiting in Chicago, I'll be there. We've got quite a few meetings set up, and I can't wait. Smiles at Sea is coming up next month, and
Oh,
we're going to
yeah.
be going to Cuba. And after that, it's Germany for IDS, and then delivering
Nice.
the WOW with Anissa in Jamaica.
Wow.
So
Dang.
yeah,
Yeah.
crazy,
You're getting
crazy
around.
March.
Yeah.
I do.
Getting around in a good way. I mean, come on, we won't. So, yes, Smiles at Sea. We just had Elijah Desmond on the last episode, and yeah, that was a lot of fun. So, have you done that before?
Oh, I've done just about all of them.
Oh, holy cow! So,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
He
yeah,
was
that's
there
right.
last
I
time.
remember.
Yeah.
I remember. I was drinking a little
Just a
around that
little,
time.
just a little.
Yeah. I thought you looked familiar.
He was in the fashion show.
That's right.
Oh,
Oh
Yeah.
my
how could
gosh.
you forget that fashion
That
show?
was,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that was my worst slash best night. So I don't,
We got to
Did,
I
get
do,
the.
wait,
I do
did you
remember
say worst flash or worst slash?
worst slash
Oh, okay, because
best night. I had a lot of fun. I'll just put it that way. Um, so Carlos, is there anything you want to throw out there from your perspective for Mr. Ian? Because
No, no.
I've got some special stuff for you as soon as we're ready to wrap things up.
She has this fascination with like a 10-question rapid fire off
Rapid
the top.
fire, boom, boom, boom.
No time to think about it. Nothing heavy, but I'm gonna let her do her thing. We're not gonna keep you all night, man. We just wanted to have the world
Can I just
introduce you.
shamelessly plug something?
Whatever you want, man.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
Absolutely, whatever
awesome.
you
Because
We're
want.
shameless.
we have a couple of new products that I just think that not a whole lot of people have known about because they just came out. Number one, we just came out with a whitening flavor of Black HD. So it's got a little bit
Cool.
more bite, and it will whiten your teeth while you're seeing the black. So that's just
wow.
it's revolutionary.
That's an
There's
oxymoron
nothing
right
like
there, dude.
I
You
know,
know?
Yeah.
I know, but it's this crazy blue toothpaste that actually whitens your teeth, which is just
All right.
incredible. Okay, especially
Yeah.
for because a lot of people, they have this misconception that Plaque HD is for kids and teens, and
Right.
it's really not.
Yeah.
It's for everybody because
Absolutely.
the 20 to 50 range. One of the things is that we had a study that was done. It was an independent study done by a cardiologist that's famous for the oral systemic link, and he actually found that Plaque HD not only removes more plaque than any other toothpaste, but at the same time, in a 60-day study, the patients who used Plaque HD actually had a 29% reduction in their HSCRP levels, the C-reactive
Wow.
protein.
Yeah.
And the group that did not use Plaque HD had a 25% increase in that same period.
Holy crap.
So as an adult, if
Yeah.
you want to use it, so what we did is we came up with an adult flavor. So it's a little bit more minty, a little bit more refreshing, and at the same time will whiten your teeth. So
Nice.
we now have everybody covered, the young, the elderly, and that whole 20 to 50 crowd.
My husband drinks a lot of tea, and so if you throw me a tube of that, I will take some pictures as he goes along.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah,
We love
let's
that.
do
Yeah. The other thing is that we've always had a really refreshing mist and rinse for dry mouth. And we all know how many people suffer from dry mouth symptoms,
Yes.
whether it's from from over medication, from
Yes.
radiation treatment, from the newest craze, smoking weed. There's so many people out there that
Who
are
does
smoking
that?
weed now,
What?
and you really need something refreshing. So we've had this great mist. It's like a pocket mist that fits in your pocket, and we've just come up with crazy flavors. We've just added pink lemonade to it. We've added watermelon. And the really neat thing about it is that it's a pH balanced product. It's going to get rid of your dry mouth symptoms. It's going to neutralize any odors in your mouth. Even I've tried it with onion, and it just disappears. It's incredible. And it's got calcium lactate in there and xylitol, so it's going to actually help remineralize your teeth at the same time.
Oh, dang.
So it's really a kind of cool product. And with the xylitol helping you prevent caries and perio problems, it's just an awesome product. So with the new fun flavors, it's great for all ages.
It's a
so we have
no-brainer.
that. And then
That's
when you go
awesome.
to when you go to a hotel room and you leave your toothbrush on the counter and you're scratching your head thinking, I wonder
What's
what
been
that
on this
tooth,
counter?
what's been on the counter, and what did that, that person in the room after me, what did they do with that? So we have something called SteriBrush. SteriBrush will immediately get rid of the bacteria, yeast, and mold that's on your toothbrush in just a couple of sprays. So those are the kinds of things that people don't really know us for, but in the next 12 months, they will.
They're gonna.
That's awesome.
They will.
So do you think you'll ever, with the crazy flavors that you're talking about, do you think you'll ever do something like the Bean Boozled where you're going to have just like, it's mystery flavors? And have you played that?
Yeah,
like they have the barf.
I think we're going to stay away from the barf, and that doesn't seem like something that we would do.
Yeah, I don't think those would sell very well.
Yeah. Although I'm really, really hoping that we come up with a filet mignon, but Other than
Oh,
that, I don't think so.
dang. With A1, I mean, well, I guess you don't need A1 with a fillet. I mean, come on,
No.
if
Yeah,
it's
no.
cooked right.
Maybe a little Cajun seasoning. Some
Oh
little
yeah,
Cajun.
yeah. There you go. So you spritz this on your food and then eat it, and it's like it does everything you need it to do. That's awesome. I
Sounds
think I just
delicious.
invented something. So Carlos, are we ready for the rapid round speed
Yeah,
fire?
I think he's ready to go.
Ian, are you ready?
I don't think I'll ever quite be ready.
Well, yeah. These are very easy, and it's basically just you. So whatever you think is right, that's what you say. So, question number 1. This is just so we can get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
What would you name your boat if you had a boat?
Car.
All right. What name would you have chosen for yourself?
As opposed to Ian?
Yeah,
George.
George. That's my grandpa's name. That's a good one. Patriots or Rams?
Patriots.
All right.
Ugh.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Hell no.
Favorite TV show?
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang. All right. What superpower would you choose?
Flying. I have to fly.
Yes, me too.
Awesome.
Right?
There are merits for X-ray vision, but that's another
I
story.
think
Or
invisibility would be
invisibility.
cool.
Yeah.
Yes. You could hear all the people bashing about you, like
You know,
in
dude,
the sterilization room.
I would steal so much stuff.
If you could have one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Cotton candy. Come on. Isn't
Cotton
that for
candy.
everybody?
Dang, you better start using your spray.
Well, that's
Yeah.
why.
Bugs away.
Maybe that's what we should do. Cotton candy flavor.
Oh, absolutely. Heck yeah.
That's the next
So we
Yeah,
get
write that
royalties on that one. No.
one. Well, you asked the question. I answered it.
That's true. That's true. So if you had to give up one, which would it be? TV or social media?
Definitely social media.
Oh, I would have a hard time with both.
You sound very sad about that answer.
I don't know. That's a hard question. I'll ask the questions,
TV in a minute.
but I'm not answering them. What'd you say, Carlos?
TV in a minute.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like my interacting with people. I think it's I think it's good. But oh gosh, I don't know. That's a hard one. What language would you want to speak if you could speak any language?
Esperanto.
All right. Where's that spoken?
How was that language in the 70s that they tried to make a universal language for everybody to speak in the world?
Oh wow. How'd that go?
It did clearly not that well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't speak that. And then last
I thought
one.
he made that up.
No, it's actually, if you look it up, you'll see it actually was a language that they tried
What, English is not good enough?
He wants to be able to communicate with everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah. And last one, cash or debit card?
Cash. I don't own a debit card.
Oh, what?
Yeah, can you believe it? Okay, this is showing my age because like when bank machines came around, they actually at my bank allowed you to have your credit card as your bank card. So I don't own a debit card.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't
They
want
do
to take
things very, very differently up there, eh?
Well, yeah, huh? But I don't want to ever spend the money that's in my bank. I want to borrow, of course.
You want to borrow?
I don't want to use my own money.
Oh, God. Well, then you should probably just rob a bank.
Yeah,
then,
so just just use credit card for everything.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're using
Apple
everybody
Pay is
else's
my
money.
new best friend.
Oh yeah. So Carlos, weren't we talking about that? I have the Apple Watch, and I'm like looking like a dummy. Oh, maybe it wasn't you, but I've got my Apple Watch, and I have the Apple Pay on it. And I went to Schnucks, which is the grocery store near where I am, and I'm like, oh, I just got the watch, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna use it to pay. I'm like so excited, and I'm standing up there, and I put my wrist up to the thing. People are looking at me like I'm weird, and I was like, and it wouldn't work. I felt like such a doofus.
I've never tried it because I don't want that experience.
Okay, wait a minute.
I'm
You're at a
already
place-
insecure.
I mean,
You
you're at
know?
a place called Schnucks, and you're
Yes.
wondering why it's not working?
It's a grocery store. It's a
Of,
chain.
of
Sounds
course
made
it
up.
is.
Whatever.
Yeah, look at that schnook looking at her watch.
Yeah, so I think I tried it one other time, but I had so much trouble. Like I was like, well, I'm not gonna do this anymore because like it's kind of embarrassing. You look like a doofus, but
Like a schnook.
yes, like a schnook, I guess.
Yeah. Almost sounds like a fish. We went fishing
A fish.
for schnook.
That was my speed round for Mr. Ian Miller.
did,
So
did I pass?
hey, there's no wrong answers
Yeah,
except the the
there's no
Patriots
pass or
Ram
fail.
question. No.
Yeah.
I heard Carlos's little smirk after you smirk's little stifled laugh or whatever after you said Patriots.
Between us, was that not the most boring Super Bowl you've ever seen?
Oh, it really was.
Oh,
It really
Snooze
was.
painful to
says.
watch, man.
It was bad.
This-
I wasn't even a fan of the halftime show, so it was just
Yeah.
the only thing that kept it going were the food, the alcohol, and the betting.
Oh yeah.
That's the
yeah, 'cause,
fuel.
I mean, like Adam Levine, like wearing somebody's curtain to the halftime show, or I don't know, couch pillow, whatever he is wearing.
Yeah, it was just. It was
I
weird.
read this statement online, which was the funniest thing I read. It said that Adam Levine's torso during the Super Bowl looked like a bag from Chipotle. You know how they scribble on it and it looks like it's just random.
Oh god.
And a California tattoo on your belly, really? Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In case you forget
I
Not
where
a
you're
fan
from.
of that.
I think
I
he
don't know.
really I think he was really going for the whole Beckham look there, and it just didn't seem to work the same.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not for me. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Beckham either, but yeah, no. I know a lot of people, like all the girls go gaga in lighthearted RDH, and I don't know. I was just like, okay, he's all right. But
Put a shirt
anyways,
on. Anyway, that's just me though. Well,
no,
Mr.
you're right. You're right.
Mr. Ian Miller, thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
Oh, it was really
And
my
taking the
pleasure. I had
time.
a lot of fun.
And thanks for being patient with us while we got this figured out. And have
yeah,
a good
Ian,
night, sir.
thanks a lot. It was
My
It
pleasure.
was fun. It was really
Thanks,
fun.
Amy.
I enjoyed it.
All right, cool.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Well, guys, that was Mr. Ian Miller from Plaque HD and Steriliner. Please look them up and buy some of their products. They're fantastic.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like the Steriliner, and of course I like the Plaque HD toothpaste. Yeah, so he's fun. That was fun.
Yeah, no, Ian's a character, and like he was a legit comic. He told me some of the crazy stuff they used to do, like take their shirts off and just dance around, and it just really. I wish I was that bold type of stuff,
Right.
Yeah, I've never taken my shirt off on stage, but he can have that part. He can Adam
That's
Levine
awesome.
it if he wants. Okay,
Right. That's
I'm
the
not
thing
gonna do
now.
that.
But you have to be wearing a curtain and or couch pillow in order to do an Adam Levine.
Yeah, or a polar
Yes.
bear,
Or a polar bear.
polar bear
Yeah.
fur. Yeah, there was some odd clothing choices, but what do I know? I'm not
Right,
cool enough
right.
anymore. Next week, who are we interviewing? Do you remember? I'm sure you do.
I need to make sure I have a bottle of wine for this one.
Yes, indeed.
It's Miss Katrina Sanders, aka the wine genist.
Boom. Yes.
Boom.
Yeah. So
Oh,
she's.
you know what
she's-
else, Carlos?
Yes, ma'am.
D2.
Oh.
Your face.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Oh, please be a hit. I'm tired of losing.
You're still on the 2 thing, dude. You gotta.
two.
You gotta scooch over a little bit, like 3.
Shit.
But-
No, hey, don't tell me. That's not fair.
No, but I'm just saying.
All
'Cause
right, another miss.
I'm gonna take your lunch here. You ready? I'm going.
Okay.
I'm just gonna hit the average. How about 3C or C3?
C3 is a miss.
Just out in the middle of
C3.
nowhere.
So, Carlos, you're gonna be hanging out with her
Well,
coming up pretty soon. That's pretty awesome.
Well, yeah,
Are
like
you gonna drink some wine?
yeah, I might have a glass. I'm not a huge wine fan, dude. I can take it or leave it.
Yeah, but you're with
You?
the wine genist,
No.
so you
Well,
probably have
I
to.
if I have my own expert to advise me on
Right?
what pairs well with the Whopper with cheese, there you go.
Hey.
And class this
Um
thing up a little bit, you know? No, no.
so I gave up drinking for the whole IVF thing and my diet, like the gluten-free blah 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 thing.
Right?
However, at certain times I will indulge a little bit. So right now my favorite is Moscato. And I'm a sweet wine girl. I can't do dry wine. It kind of
Mm,
tastes like wrung out oak leaves. So,
I hear what
yeah,
you're saying.
sweeter. Sweeter the better.
So
Yeah.
Moscato's super sweet, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very, very sweet. Yeah.
I remember back in the day, we'd run to the supermarket, son, and we get a couple of those $4 Boone's Farms bullshit wines, I guess. But I remember them not being bad. Again, I don't know anything about wine, and I couldn't tell you a good from a bad or dry
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't know anything. But I remember that not being horrible. You know what I mean? But,
So,
what do you get for
Boone's
$4?
Farm. Boone's Farm is, I guess, such a low percentage of alcohol. You can put that bottle in the freezer and you can have slushies.
Shut up. Well, that's why.
Hey.
That's why you could drink 2 bottles of it and be fine.
Right, yeah, it's like wine coolers, but worse. I mean, as far as alcohol
Oh
content,
snap!
or better. or
Remember
whatever.
wine coolers, dude?
Oh yeah, Bartles and James,
You know
biatch. Field
who
parties
was
in
it?
high school. I didn't do any of that stuff, but I did have a couple drinks when I was younger.
No, dude, we went straight to rum.
Oh dang, you
Yeah.
hardcore, and not
Do you
Malibu,
remember,
huh?
real quick? Do you remember? Well, I have a Malibu story also. I was in the
That's
Navy
good
for a
stuff.
while, and we were bored, not a whole lot to do on the
Yeah.
weekends. So we watch the game and have a couple drinks. Kick back.
Right.
And the Boone's, not the Boone's, but the Malibu. Jesus Christ!
Oh gosh.
I thought I was gonna die
Heck
one
yeah.
day. Yeah, but it was my fault because I mixed that. Oh, I just thinking about it makes me nauseous. Just thinking about it. I don't know why I started drinking it, but I had a bottle of it, right?
Yeah.
So a bunch of us are going out. It's a Saturday night. I'm in the Navy, right?
Right.
And I'm listening to music. I had a boom box back in the day. This is the '80s, bro. So this
Up
is
on your shoulder.
no. It was on the desk or the table, whatever it was. So I'm listening to music. Maybe some Run DMC, something classic.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
Yeah. Gangsta's Paradise.
The
or
King
no,
of Rock. Yeah, it was before that, I think. You know,
Yeah.
and so we had we lived in the barracks, so they were the showers were in the center part of the building. So I lived at the end of the hallway. So as I'm walking down the hallway, the guys next door, they were from Michigan, Detroit,
Yeah.
and they were drinking dark beer. Don't ask me what
like
brand.
stout or something.
Something dark,
Guinness.
Hey,
Yeah.
and my last name's Rodriguez, so they would call me Rod. They were like, "Hey, Rod, you want one?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Because I'm bulletproof. I'm 19. I'm gonna live forever. Yeah. So I drink one there. The guys in the room after that were drinking Long Island iced teas.
Oh gosh.
I had one of those, and then the guys at the end, like in the middle before you hit the center hallway, were drinking just regular beer. So I went, took a shower, and I hit them all on the way back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So by the time I'm dressed and I walk out into the hallway and I look down the hallway, the hallway was moving, and it just went from bad to worse, and I got sick, and it was just a mess. Yeah. So we couldn't stay at the place where we went to. We had to come home before I died. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that serious, but I was just when you went too far.
Oh yeah.
And now you're just sick, and your whole night's just shot. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'll stay in the car. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I was just an idiot, just so stupid. And I hope that never. Well, it's not gonna happen again. But you know what I mean?
Right.
I just remember, God, you have no sense of what's moderation and how far is too many, and don't mix all that crap together. I mean, it was just a dumb move.
It was
Dumb.
inexperience.
Yeah. Yeah, you learn quick though, bro. You learn real quick.
Right.
I'm sure. I think everybody's got that one story where you go, God,
Oh
either
yeah.
please kill me, or let me just pass out and I'll never do it again. You
Oh
ever have
yeah.
those where
I
you're
I
praying?
had I had a couple situations like
Oh,
that. But I mean it's like nowadays like if I drink I get headaches right away, so I don't really drink much at all. But back in the day like there was always that fine line. Like you're about to take that next shot and you're like, "Man, I
mm,
really shouldn't do this. I should probably drink water
yeah.
instead."
You
But then
got to
you're
listen
like,
to that guy.
peer pressure. So you down another shot, and then the next morning you're pretty much out of it for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't. I'm too old. I don't recover. So
exactly.
yeah,
It's crazy.
I just try not to. So
So when you hang out with Katrina, just make sure you know where your limit is, and
yeah. But she probably drinks that fancy schmancy wine made out of
yeah,
freaking
you never know.
pomegranates or something. I don't know.
We're gonna have to have her on the show, and that would be one of those questions that we can ask her.
Well,
Maybe on the speed round.
yeah. So next week we're gonna have
Yeah.
her. So she and I are doing an event in Phoenix on the 1st of March,
Yes.
and I'm so excited. And she's crazy energy and just super super fun to be around. So I think it's gonna be
Awesome.
because she's real funny on her own. I don't know if you saw the flyer.
Awesome.
It's on our
Yeah, it
Instagram.
said kind of funny.
Yeah, kind of funny. Yeah, she's
I
real
laughed at
funny.
that.
Yeah.
I laughed at that. That was funny.
She's saucy and just has an edge to it. You guys kind of remind me of each other a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
That's cool.
you're not pushovers.
Yeah,
you're go
we're not
getters.
pushovers.
Yeah, because I mean, you come at me, hey man, we got so many downloads and so many that you're on top of things, and it's all detail oriented. And I'm more of a general idea kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Just point and tell me what to do. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So I'm so looking forward to it. And I think we're gonna try to start something new, man, and see. We try to light a fire in this world of CE and make it
Right.
exciting and fun. I want people to laugh.
Yes.
When was the last time you laughed at a CE?
Uh,
I've been to somewhere I couldn't stay awake, and I'm not naming names
Yeah.
because I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I don't ever want to do that. I wouldn't even do
Right.
it if that was what I was putting out. You know what I mean? So
we need some new topics and stuff like that. I actually just talked about that in Lighthearted, and I said, I'm tired of the same old things. Like we talk about ergonomics, we talk about OSHA, we talk about oral systemic, blah blah blah. We talk about perio, and lasers, and blah blah blah. So let's talk about something different, like
it doesn't all have to be serious. And that's what this is. That's what OIF is all about.
Yeah,
We're both
fun.
professionals, and we've been doing this forever. Well, some of us forever, But the point is, it doesn't all have. This isn't brain cancer. It doesn't all have to be super, super serious and
Right. Yes.
and real heavy. We can. There's a lot of silly, funny stuff that happens in a dental office, and we're just calling a little attention to it. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
That's all.
We're taking advantage of those moments
Yeah.
and bringing them out.
And
So
cherishing
where people
them.
can enjoy them and have
Most
fun
definitely.
with them. But all right, so
All right.
that's cool. That's next week. We're gonna have the wine gynist up in here,
Yeah.
up in here, and then you're gonna go party with her later. That's awesome.
I think that's a strong word. That's a strong word because
You're gonna talk to her.
I don't party, so the party for me
I
is
say party like in a very loose term, like if
General
you're gonna have
term.
fun and
Yeah.
hang out, that's a party.
yeah. Well, the whole thing, I think the whole CE event is going to be a party. Is
Yeah.
what I think. Because
Yeah,
there's going to be
I think
wine
so.
there, munchies, maybe
And funny
some
people.
some
And
croissants
kind of funny
or
people.
something. Some
Oh, wow.
some croissants.
Some fakosha bread. No.
I don't like that bread flavor or the pronunciation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
Almost sounds like a disease.
just.
Like, oh my gosh, did you see Jerry? He has fakosha. And
You know?
they think he's not going to make it.
It's all over his neck and face. You know what I mean? But
All right, Carlos.
Okay. Well,
I think this was a good one. Ian did a great job.
Yeah, no,
Thank
Ian's
you again,
awesome.
Ian Miller from
yes.
that Plaque HD is not the company, but it is the product and
It's the main
the
product.
aligner, Steriliner.
Yes.
If you have the Invisalign or the Smile Direct or whatever, if you have the aligners, get you some of that stuff.
If you have a
'cause you don't-
partial,
Yeah,
a
don't
bite
get
guard.
your nasty crap and like keep putting that in your mouth. And then if you have dry mouth, boom, he's got pink lemonade.
Dude,
And now he's going to come up with cotton candy.
you know? Thanks to Oif.
So put that in your mouth.
Spray some. He gave me a sample of it. It comes like a little. You remember Banaka?
Oh, yeah. That's what I was picturing.
Yeah, it's like that, but not, whatever. That stuff was harsh, dude.
That burns your face off.
Banaka is like, that's like
yeah.
watered down mace is what that was.
Right.
That's
bear mace, man.
You want to stop an assault or freshen your breath? Couple pumps of this.
Either way.
In your mouth or in your eye, one or the other, and it's gonna whatever you want done, it's gonna get it done.
Mission accomplished.
But
boom.
I gotta let you go because I'm heading out to Sacramento tomorrow, and
Sacktown.
I still gotta pack. I'm
dang.
Well, it's only one night. They got me flying back. I get there
That's
tomorrow.
Right. I remember.
I told you, right?
We talked about it.
Yeah, I'm leaving at 6:30 on Friday, dude.
Throw some undies and jeans in a bag, you're good to go. Not even jeans. Wear the same ones. I do that crap.
I'm going to wear the same stuff. Well, I'm flying there. The flight's 5 hours long, so I'm going to edit this on the plane, and
oh, sweet.
It should be ready to go by Friday. It should be.
Yeah.
Or not. Either way. We'll figure it out.
It usually is, so.
Yeah.
I think we'll be good.
I've been pretty good, right?
Oh, yeah, you've been doing great.
Yeah.
Friday is a release day. I think people are getting used to it. We're getting downloads. What's up? We're interviewing people now. I mean, things are happening up in
I'm excited,
Oifland.
man. I always feel better when we do this, when we get it, down, recorded.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
I think you do good with your editing.
I wasn't looking for praise, but thank you.
I'm patting you on the back.
I'll take it. I'll take
it.
I'll take it. But listen, you have a great night.
Yeah, you
I
too.
will talk to you soon. I'll call you from Sacktown and let you know how it went.
Sacktown.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
And,
it's gonna be fun.
just to make sure everybody knows to go floss yourselves.
Definitely, yeah. Go sterilize your liners and floss yourselves.
Outie.
Be good.